Imagine you're an explorer in ancient Egypt, breaking the seal on a tomb untouched for millennia. Gold glitters in the torchlight, but a chilling message warns, "As for any man who shall enter this tomb in his impurity, I shall wring his neck as a bird's." This isn't just a spooky story. It's a real inscription from an old kingdom tomb. These curses weren't about magic. They were ancient security systems, psychological barriers to scare off thieves. Clever and cost-effective, curses protected precious possessions in a world without alarms. So, what did these curses really mean to the people who wrote them? Let's find out. If curses weren't always about real magic, how did they work? The answer: psychology. A curse is a powerful suggestion, planting fear in the mind. If you believe you're cursed, every bit of bad luck feels like proof. Fear was a motivator, and a public curse declared that cosmic justice was coming. Social pressure followed. No one wanted to associate with someone marked by the gods. The ritual made anger tangible and gave the powerless a sense of control. Curses gave a voice to the voiceless, a desperate attempt to impose order on chaos. Curses were psychological warfare, ancient style, and their impact was very real. When we think of ancient curses, Egypt comes to mind: dusty pyramids and vengeful spirits. Tomb warnings like "I shall seize his neck like that of a goose" sound terrifying, but here's the twist: such curses were rare. Most tombs, even royal ones, had no curses, just prayers for the afterlife. The idea of curse-laden royal tombs is more modern fantasy than ancient fact. When curses did appear, they were about protecting property and legacy. Tombs needed offerings to sustain the spirit. Curses threatened anyone who disrupted this. The language was fearsome: crocodiles, snakes, ruin, but the threats were divine, not magical. Curses were legal and religious contracts, reminders that the gods enforced cosmic justice. The Egyptians believed in Ma'at, order, truth, justice. Disturbing a tomb was a crime against that order, and the curse was a warning answer to the gods. It was about eternal care, not spooky hauntings. The real power was in the fear of divine retribution. Now let's travel to ancient Greece, where curses targeted the living and competition was fierce. Greeks used curse tablets, or katadesmoi, to sabotage rivals in business, sports, and court. Imagine a potter cursing his competitor. "Let his hands be clumsy, his pots crack." Underworld gods like Hermes or Persephone were invoked for these personal attacks. Curses weren't just for business, they played a role in legal battles and sports. Before a trial, someone might curse their opponent's tongue to ensure a poor performance in court. Athletes cursed rivals, hoping for stumbles and crashes. These tablets were folded, nailed, and hidden in wells or graves, places close to the gods. The act was secret, not public, a clandestine way to strike back. Curses reveal a society where personal rivalries ran deep. When official channels failed, a curse was a way to act, even if it meant burying angry words in the dirt. It was about taking fate into your own hands. The Greeks believed words, ritual, and intent could tip the scales. Curses were the ancient world's answer to unfair competition, and they left a record of everyday hopes, fears, and grudges. In Rome, curses became everyday tools for life's frustrations. Romans used defictiones, curse tablets, to address theft, betrayal, and petty annoyances. Thousands have been found, offering a glimpse into daily Roman life. The theft was common, so people cursed thieves, appealing to gods for justice. At Bath, England, a stolen cloak prompted a curse: "May the thief find no sleep or health until it's returned. Romans cursed for petty reasons too. A rude customer, a lost lover, a rival chariot team. Sports fans cursed opposing teams, wishing for broken legs and lost races. These curses were personal appeals to higher powers, a way to regain control. Writing the curse, naming the target, and dedicating it to a deity made the anger real. It was about balancing the scales when official justice failed. Whether for stolen goods or broken hearts, curses were a way to fight back. They show a world where justice was personal and the gods were always listening. For Romans, a well-worded curse was a weapon against life's unfairness. What about the famous Curse of the Pharaohs, the one promising death to tomb raiders? It's mostly a modern invention, popularized after the 1922 discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb. The media ran wild when Lord Carnarvon died soon after the tomb was opened. Newspapers blamed the curse, ignoring the real cause. An infected mosquito bite. The story snowballed. Every death linked to the expedition was blamed on the curse. But the facts tell a different story. Most involved lived long, healthy lives. Studies show no statistical evidence of a curse. The myth stuck because it was thrilling, combining ancient mystery with supernatural horror. It played on anxieties about foreign powers and the unknown. Hollywood and fiction kept the myth alive, overshadowing historical reality. Real tomb warnings were practical, not magical. The mummy's curse is modern folklore, born from media hype and movie magic. The truth is far less supernatural and far more human. What did forbidden practices really mean in the ancient world? They sound sinister, but were often about politics and social order, not black magic. Authorities distrusted rituals outside official religion. They threatened state control. In Rome, official priests were part of the power structure. Private magicians were seen as subversive. Laws against evil magic often targeted the unpopular or politically inconvenient. Accusations of witchcraft were tools for eliminating rivals. In the medieval era, fears of heresy and devil worship blurred the line between folk tradition and forbidden magic. Healers and charm makers could be accused of witchcraft for simple practices. The real fear was about who held power, not the magic itself. The line between prayer and incantation was drawn by those in charge. Curses and forbidden practices were spiritual tools for the powerless. Labeling them forbidden helped the state or church maintain control. It was social control disguised as spiritual purity. From Egyptian tombs to Roman bathhouses, curses were more than spooky threats. They were security systems, legal tools, and cries for justice. Curses gave people agency, a way to fight back when powerless. Even today we use phrases like break a leg, echoes of ancient beliefs. Curses show our need for safety, control, and justice in a chaotic world. Across millennia, we still long for fairness and order. The real magic is in our belief that words can shape the world.